Hey y'all, I just had to get up here. Let me sit this down so I'm not holding it while I drive. All right, I just had to get out here and make a video. I'm on my way to church. Sorry, church service 9:23. It starts at 10 o'clock, so I should be about 10 minutes early. But I just had to jump on here because I was listening to a podcast. Shout out to Medium Man. Medium Man has a nice little podcast. He talks about black relationships and the dynamics of black relationships, and he usually focuses on black men and the health, the mental state, the mental health of black men, and the myths about black men that persist to give us a bad name in society. Just for example, I'll give you a quick example. Black women are always talking about, really, all races believe this at large. All races pretty much at large believe this, but black women also believe this lie and this myth about black men that most of us are in jail and that's why they can't find a black man. That's an absolute myth. It's a myth. And Medium Man on his site, he breaks down the numbers. And he talks about how there's 20 million, and you can look this up, there's 20 million black men in America right now. That's the current state of affairs in terms of the census numbers. There are 20 million, in 2026, I want to date this video. In 2026, there are currently 20 million black men that live in America, right? Just take a guess, guys. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to guess because I don't want to draw this video out too long. But take a wild guess based on the myth, what you would think. How many out of that 20 million you would think is in jail based off the myth that we hear about all black men are in jail and we can't fuck because they all in jail and, they all gay and all these other myths. How many out of that 20 million are incarcerated? Statistically, like factually. You're probably thinking, let society tell it, you're probably thinking 18 million. You're probably thinking 15 million, 17%. You probably even guess, probably by the way black women talk about us dirty, you'll probably guess 50% of us. You probably guess 10 million of us are incarcerated based on what society portrays and what black women believe, right? No. 5% of us. That equates to 1 million black men incarcerated in the United States as of 2026. Yes, folks, that's right. Out of 20 million black men that reside in the United States, okay, according to the most recent Census Bureau statistics, out of 20 million, only wrap your head around this, y'all, because I need y'all to hear this. Only 1 million black men are incarcerated. Look it up now or after this video if you don't believe me. Every video that I do, I bring cold, hard facts. I bring data, and I bring current, up-to-date data to my videos when I talk about things like this. And shout out to Medium Man, because I knew this, but I love the fact that he had more recent statistics. I always knew that most of us were out here either working or in school, but I love the fact that he's very well read, very well studied, such as myself, but he gathers a little bit more statistic than I do. So I love that brother because we can feed off each other synergistically and help each other out. He can look at one of my videos and I might have a stat that he doesn't have. He may have a stat that I don't have. But shout out to Medium Man because he is blowing it up over on his site. So 95% of black men are out here being productive black men. We're in school, we're working, we're doing great things out here. Let black women tell it and let society tell it we ain't excuse my language, we ain't shit. I usually don't cuss, but we ain't shit according to society and many of our sisters out here in the black community. That myth needs to be exposed for what it is because most black men are not deadbeat dads. More single black mothers default on child support. I want to throw that out there. More black women who are the custodial single parents who are paying child support. Most black women who aren't the custodial parent who are paying child support to the custodial black male parent. Default on child support more than single black males who are the custodial parent paying to black women who have custody. Let that sink in. Because we're the deadbeats, remember? More black women default on child support than black men. And if I'm not mistaken, more women in general default on child support than men. I believe that's the case too, just across the board. So all this deadbeat black man and we all in jail and all these reasons that black women give for being single. No, you single because you full of drama. You don't like peace. And a lot of y'all have dysfunctional mentalities where if it's too peaceful, it's boring. I've had black women tell me in the past, who I've had to get rid of. I've had black women tell me, yeah, something must be wrong if we not have no arguments. Everybody have arguments. If we ain't having no arguments, something got to be wrong. No, something's wrong with you. Because I know plenty of people in this world. There's plenty of people in this world, some I know personally, who don't argue on a regular basis. It's called having a peaceful relationship and having compromise and conducting yourselves in the relationship like adults. We're not going to argue like children if we're two adults. That's the standard in most races. Most races of women, yeah, they're going to argue with their man, but it's not a standard that defines their relationship. That's a dysfunctional mentality when you feel like having drama and having arguments adds to the value of your relationship. And if you're not having an argument and you're not causing drama, then something must be wrong. That's a dysfunctional mind state. And people like that, men or women, need counseling if you think because there's peace in your relationship, something's wrong. Something's really wrong with your mind. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you need some counseling and some therapy if you feel like having peace in your life is a bad thing and you need to be anxious and have anxiety and be paranoid because your relationship is too good. That's a problem. So I just wanted to point that out real quick, that this incarceration thing and all these myths about black men, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous that people believe that. 20 million black men and only 1 million are in jail. Only 5%. Do your math, people. This is basic math. You know, I work with kids, instructional and from a behavioral standpoint. But we do basic math. Even in middle school, we do basic math. Do your math. We're supposed to be adults. 5% of black men are in prison. That's almost none of us. That means that the vast majority of almost all black men in America are doing something productive and living a productive lifestyle. Quit believing this stuff, especially us. I know black men that say, yeah, we need to do a better job and stop going to prison. Most black men know the truth, but there's some knuckleheads out here, some simps that believe everything they read, and they small-minded. And they believe everything they read like a lot of society. But most black men, we know the truth because we're living those lives. And when we hear this stuff, it's disappointing, but it's embarrassing that we as a community believe these stats that society perpetuates. So I just wanted to put that out there because sometimes this knowledge needs to be kicked. Because we believe the okie doke too much. Stop perpetuating these myths about black men. We are very, very productive citizens in society, and that needs to be recognized. And that's why sisters are single, because they're single because they want to be single. They single because there's some issues that they have not confronted. So I love putting the stats out here about black men so that they can't use that excuse. That's an old excuse and it's tired. And women, especially black women who are single out here, who are chronically single, because there's an epidemic of black female singleness, and they need to take accountability. Sisters, y'all need to take accountability because we're out here doing great things. So check yourself. Do inventory on your life and see why you're single. That's all I had to say because I'm tired of the bull. Shout out to Medium Man, y'all. Shout out to Medium Man. Like, share, subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you think. And share this video with other people, black men, especially sisters, because this needs to get out here. This is a tired old trope. And we're all tired of it as productive black citizens in this country doing what we need to do. Peace.